Do you mind, hun? I'm trying to keep people sane on YouTube.
Stuck, safe. You change one little word, it changes everything.
What was that? This isn't something that gets me through lockdown. This is something that gets me through life. Let's not beat around the bush. This lockdown, for me personally, and for what I can see everywhere, is that this one is by far the hardest one. It's pretty but there is a but, and it's a good but. I have noticed over the last sort of 2 weeks, I have been doing little subtle changes that have made the biggest difference to my mood. I've coped so much better.
And trust me,
there was times when I've definitely not coped. Some of the little things I've been doing over the last 2 weeks, I've really noticed if I don't do one of them, the big impact it can have. And they're all small things, and I'm not going to pretend some of them aren't completely obvious. Before I start, a little reminder to give the video a thumbs up. Only since I started making YouTube videos that I realised how important it was and how much it helps. So now I'm like, thumbs up for you. Thumbs up for you. I hope you can't hear whatever the hell that is outside. Do you mind, hun? I'm trying to keep people sane on YouTube. I'm going to start with this one because I feel like this one will help with all the others. I feel like if we stay present in the moment and just focus on what we're doing, it stops our mind wandering off and worrying. And I think worrying is something we're all doing right now. I remember reading something about when we were children, say we were climbing up a tree or something, we would literally just be climbing the tree. We'd be focusing on putting our hand on that branch and not falling over and breaking our leg. As we've grown up as adults, we're all multitasking. We'll be washing up or cleaning, thinking about something else, worrying about something that isn't even happening in the now. Like realistically, all we've got is right now. We don't really know what's going to happen tomorrow. We don't know what's going to happen in a month. Don't force yourself to remain peaceful the entire day. Just give your full attention to whatever you are doing, moment after moment, and you will end up spending the entire day in peace. And I saw something as well the other day that said, try doing things with the opposite hand. So if you're left-handed, do it with your right hand. I did it a few times with like cleaning, and it makes your brain focus so much more on what task you're doing. I can't remember what they said, but it's like a good exercise for your brain. I'm not explaining this well, but we get a bit lazy and we're just like on autopilot. The next one is a really important one, but I think one that is one of the biggest struggles. It's one of the things that makes the biggest difference. This morning, I didn't do it, and I woke up and I felt awful. Before we have time to process our own moods, we get on our phone, and whatever anyone else wants to put on the internet is being thrown at us. So if that's anger, sadness, worry, bad news, anything, we get in it first thing, and we've not even processed being awake yet. Especially with everything going on, then the news pops up. It makes you feel a type of way. It makes you anxious. It makes you worry, or it makes you angry. And this morning, I sat there in my first 45 minutes. I did what I hadn't been doing. I could actually feel at one point my heart racing. I felt so anxious. I'd only just remembered my bloody dream. That was quite a traumatic dream, to be fair. We've always known it's a bad habit, yet we all do it. I'm actually so glad that I did pick it up this morning, because without doing that, I didn't realise what an impact it really had on me. Comment below, do you pick up your phone first thing? And if you do, are you going to try not to? Because I swear, it makes the biggest difference. I make sure I've at least moved my body, got up, done something, washed my face, or whatever it may be before I even touch my phone. This next one, again, seems so obvious, but I didn't realise the impact it was having on me until I stopped doing it, and that is watching the news. Or not even watching the news. I've never really been a news watcher, but looking for it on your phone and it consuming you, it's really negative, and it will have an impact on you. Obviously, we need to be updated, but the last announcements, for instance, we were in tier 4. I don't have children. Did I need to watch him say that he was closing schools and we're going into lockdown? No, because nothing's changed for me, literally nothing. If I need to find something out, I can search it. I'm sure it'll pop up anyway. And even then, sometimes I see something and I scroll past quick, so I know what I need to know, and I think limiting it at this time is really important. Like, why is there never any good news?
Also, how many headlines have you read that have been so dramatic about rules that have never happened? And then we stress about it for 48 hours. For what? Nothing! I forgot to add this one, and it's probably one of the most important things. Just for life in general. These videos will change your mindset. I recommend watching one at least once a week. Some of these I've watched multiple times. They're amazing.
That same thought will lead to the same choice, which will lead to the same behavior, which will create the same experience.
You're either going to jump and fly, or you're going to jump and fall on something soft, or you're going to fall down hard. Either way, you're going to get back up.
So for instance, we're all saying, I'm stuck at home. I go, no, I'm safe at home. Stuck, safe. You change one little word, it changes everything.
I'm not what I think I am. I'm not what you think I am. I am what I think you think I am.
You know, I'm never someone to tell you to spend money, but if you've got any spare money, I know that money is an issue for a lot of us right now. Buy yourself some nice loungewear. If you haven't got any nice loungewear pyjamas, if you didn't spend last year buying them things, then buy yourself something nice that you can wear in the house. I do think there is something into the whole look good, feel good. And that doesn't mean put makeup on and do your hair. I've literally done that for the first time today in a week. I just mean get ready. Do your skincare routine, clean your teeth, sort your hair out a bit, put it on in a fresh bun, take it out of the bun it was in, put it in a fresh bun. I don't know. And then just put something on that makes you feel good. If that means you need to buy yourself a new tracksuit, then I'm not going to tell you not to. I recently bought myself some list pads from Sainsbury's. Love Sainsbury's stationery, by the way. I definitely recommend. I write myself a list every single day. But even on the days where I don't want to be productive, I just don't feel like it, I think that's good not to pressure yourself. I'm really bad for that. I can pressure myself into having to do stuff. However, I also put on my list things that people would think that doesn't need to go on a list. But me ticking it off makes me feel good. And these days, that's what we need. Anything. We're literally clinging on to anything that makes us feel good. So you might think this is mad, but on my to-do list, I put get ready. I know I've got to get ready. The times we're in, I could probably get away with not getting ready. So if I put it on my list, it makes me more likely to get ready. And when I tick it off, I just feel good. I even put things on there like face mask. If it's a Sunday and I just need a bit of a motivation, I'll put on there face mask, water plants. Sometimes I do put breakfast, lunch, dinner, because there was a time where I was forgetting to eat lunch. I'll even do something that wasn't on my list, forget that I didn't put it on my list, put it on there, and then tick it off straight away, just because it feels good. This one has to come after that one. Stop putting pressure on yourself. Like I said, I'm awful for putting pressure on myself. Naomi always has a go at me. She's like, I've never known someone to have to be doing something all the time. We're in a pandemic. You want to spend the afternoon in bed to cry, I don't know, do it. I've been so good at just, all you can do is your best. So if you've done your best for that day, it will be based on the energy you had that day, how you felt that day, the emotions you had. If I feel really emotional and down, my best is going to be different to when I'm feeling really productive and just wanting to get things done. So I'm just letting myself off. If I feel like meh, then I'm going to let myself be a bit meh. I was so gutted I found this app after filming my night routine. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave the link up there. So I was really struggling to sleep. I know that if I go to bed at 1 and have 8 hours, I'll still wake up feeling like crap. Whereas if I go to bed at 11 and have 8 hours, I'll feel good. I was determined to get my sleeping pattern right, and I have. But I found this app which is helping even more. It looks like this. It's got loads of different options. A bit on there that says sleep. There's meditation. There's different ones. There's calm worrying, getting back to sleep after a nightmare, power nap, winding down for sleep. And I've done the winding down for sleep a few times. It helps you sleep so much because you're not trying to sleep, you're trying to meditate, but you're laying in bed and it makes you so tired that when it comes to sleeping, it's so much easier. And they've also got sleep stories. The one I've been listening to is 13 minutes long. And I've actually been trying to get to the end of it and I can't. I really want to know what happens in this cabin, but I just don't know. I had some regrets after coming out of the first lockdown of things I could have done, but I didn't. It was things like scrapbooking and things I always want to do, but just don't have time to do. I think I'm going to include that in a vlog, like doing the scrapbook. I love watching videos like that, so let me know. What the hell is that? Let me know if you'd want to see that. I actually really want to learn Spanish. I've always wanted to learn another language. Oh, have any of you ever learned another language and how did you do it? Let me know. Let me know, comment below. This one I'm proud of myself for. Cooking more, eating better food, eating more healthily, and not having takeaways and McDonald's. This has kept me sane because we literally are what we eat. I do believe that those foods have a massive impact on our mood, and I can literally see it. It's like a domino effect. If I have a Domino's, for instance, that night I'll feel sluggish and bloated, and where I'm feeling a bit meh, I'll be like, oh well, I've ate crap now. Start treating myself badly and just eating crap and not doing as much exercise, not being as physically active, and it's all just a big knock-on effect. So one of my goals this year was to eat less fast food and takeaways, go back to how I used to be, which was when it was kind of rare. It was not often, maybe once a month, twice a month max. No, not even that actually, once a month probably. Sometimes longer. Anyway, I have done it so far. We're nearly at the end of January and I haven't had a McDonald's or a takeaway. I would have a McDonald's tomorrow, but I just don't want one. If I had one, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, you had a McDonald's. Like, it's not a big deal. But our food does make an impact on our moods. Where I'm not just going, oh, I'll just get a takeaway. I'm cooking food. I'm doing a task that isn't on my phone. I'm physically doing something. And one thing that helped, I got 2 cookbooks for Christmas. If you have spare money, buy yourself a new cookbook. Give yourself an incentive to cook. It's fun. It's something practical. You're learning to do something new. And overall, it's boosted my mood. This one you might be like, oh, come on, really? I did the same thing to Naomi. She has this app on her phone and it sends her daily affirmations. And I was like, does it really do anything though? And I'm into all that. And she was like, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I look at it and I'm like, but she goes, I'm taking it in and I'm reading it. So I was like, okay, I'll get the app. I've not had anything ping since I've been sat here. It will say stuff like, I can get through today, or I am happy, or no, it doesn't say stuff like that. They're so crap. They say better things like that, but they're really good affirmations, and you can set like what times you want it to go off. So I think mine's like 8 till 10 at night. And I'll look down at my phone and it actually does give me a little boost. I'm like, yeah. And so I'll read it twice. Say it says, I can't think of one example. Why does this happen? I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man. I'd be like, I'm a strong, independent woman, I don't need no man. I'm a strong, independent woman and I don't need no man. Do you know what I mean? I'll just repeat it and it'll be in my head. And even when my brain is just about to drift off into a little negative thought, that pops up and it's like, I am happy, and I'm like, yeah, I am. Even if I don't believe it, it's really good to read. I choose calm over worry and faith over fear. You can actually click what categories you want your affirmations to be in. It's really good, and even if, like me, you turned your nose up at it and thought, what's that going to do for my life? Just download it and see. I am going to download I am. If you've been following me for a long time, you'll know I love my money book. If you're wondering what that is, it's literally a notebook I've turned into a book where I organise all my money, and it's got little set pages. Ever since this began, I did talk about it in a video, so I'll leave that up there if you want to watch it. I talked about how I was struggling with money management and having the oomph to get up and do it and sort it out. I did eventually do that, but it feels more of a struggle these days. But I do notice after I do it and after all my money is organised and I know where everything is, even if it's not good, just knowing it's not good and knowing how not good it really is, because sometimes you can make it worse in your head. I know it's all written down, it's all sorted. Writing things down really does get it out of our head. Last month I left my money book for the longest time I ever have. I sat down the other week and I sorted through it. It didn't take me half as long as I thought it was gonna. Afterwards I felt so much better. This is kind of a note to self, but to keep on top of that stuff even when you feel like, what's the point? Because I think that's the problem at the moment. Everything feels like, well, what's the point? And the only thing I can tell you when you think, what is the point, is for your mind. There might be no point at the moment. Sometimes I feel like that. Just think, it's for my peace of mind and my organised Bob told me to do it. What was that? This is a good transition. This isn't something that gets me through lockdown. This is something that gets me through life. I've sworn by laughter my whole entire life. I'm sure if I didn't have a sense of humour and I didn't laugh at everything and anything, I don't even know what state of my mind... I don't even know what state my mind would be in. In fact, I know it'd be a wreck. It would be an absolute disaster. You might have guessed by now, I don't take a lot seriously, and we're told that we need to. We should take life seriously, we're adults, be mature, but says who? I could be so upset. I will get up from my bed, I'll lean over, I'll look in the mirror that's there and be like, you're right. Laughter will get you through, and laughter creates more laughter. I will laugh at myself laughing. Even if you've got to put on a comedy, there's a comedy section on Netflix. There's no excuses. TikTok is hilarious. There's memes. Memes are the best thing ever. Failing that, follow me on Instagram. Yes, I've just plugged myself. I try and share one funny thing daily to make you laugh, to make me laugh. That's what I normally do after every announcement on further restrictions or whatever it is. I've looked for the memes afterwards because they are brilliant and they get me through. Laughter will keep you sane, I promise you, just laugh. We're literally creatures on this tiny rock in the universe. Nothing really matters, does it? Does it? Most videos like this will tell you to exercise, and whilst I completely agree, instead of thinking of it as like traditional exercises, doing squats or whatever, just do something practical. So deep clean the kitchen, go for a walk. Sometimes I'll literally just be on the phone and I'll pace round. So I'm socialising, which is really important. I haven't added that on this list, but socialise please as much as you can on your phone. Anything that's just practical to get your body moving, just do that. Practical tasks are the best when you start to feel yourself worrying or overthinking, because you just getting something done is practical. You can stay present, be in the moment, just use your other hand, clean, and really be thinking about that rather than letting yourself float off into the world of worry. I've recently started to wash up with the music on, and I'll put on happy music even if I don't feel like that, and eventually I'll be washing up and I'll feel myself doing a little jig. And happy music, not sad music. And that is my 15 ways to stay sane during lockdown, tried and tested by me. Hope they help. If it was the most boring thing you've ever watched, then you're probably not watching now, so. Why when I say serious, I instantly want to smile and laugh. On a serious note though, I actually do really hope everyone is okay. If you ever want to talk, I always have chats to people in my DMs, so DM me. I think it's quite funny, me and someone I follow, we just communicate in GIFs. So if you want to communicate with me in GIFs, drop me a message on Instagram. Thanks for watching, smash the thumbs up. Why do people say that? Smash the thumbs up. Subscribe, and if you like this video, you might also like my 27 things I learned in 27 years. See ya later, alligator. Ciao for now. Goodbye.